Alright, so this is my second time doing the silicone cast. First time, there was a few flaws that I didn't like about it, so I'm redoing it this time. Hopefully future me will just put up the photos I took of the flaws I didn't like in editing. So I'm all set for the silicone pour. I have my armature ready. I have my scale. I have 2 cups for the 2 different colors I'm gonna do. I'm using acrylic paint. I know it's not really the best for silicone, but it's the easiest for me. I've already put mold release on everything, so I have Vaseline. And then I have my silicone. I'm using Plastigel 10. And I have gloves. I have popsicle sticks to stir everything. I have plenty of those this time because I didn't last time. And I also wrote down everything that I want to do better this time. So I took longer with prep. I'm going to blow out all the bubbles of the straw. I'm going to do the legs first this time because I found that the skin color was bleeding into the leg color. I'm gonna paint in a lot of the parts, and I'm not gonna press the armature in as far as I did this time. And I'm gonna mix less silicone. Last time I mixed way too much and I had way too much left. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna start now. Where's my other glove go? I ran out of my armature gloves a while ago, so I'm just using these plastic gloves. So I'm starting out with B because I read that it's like easier to start out with the B because it's thicker. And this time I'm actually going to do 10 grams each instead of 20. So let's zero out the scale and get popsicle stick. And sorry if you can't see anything, but okay, 10, there we go. And then I also read that it's best to mix the color first in B. So I'm gonna do black first for this one. I may be wrong for a lot of this stuff. This is still my first time doing a lot of this. I don't really know what I'm doing. Kind of just read a lot of this on my own. Searched the deep webs of what I could find. So I'm putting in the black acrylic paint for the leg color. So I just put in not like less than a gram for that because I don't want a lot, but I do want it to be pigmented. So you see that's like about how much I put in. Well, okay, yeah. Well, I guess it's now at 1 gram, which is fine. That's how much I did last time, which was, it turned out okay. Next, I'm going to add the naphtha. I'm not really sure what this does, but I read that you need this. I got it from More, which is where I read a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. They have a blog on like step-by-step stuff, and I'm literally putting just a little drop in. Oh, that was probably a lot, but okay. And it smells like alcohol, kind of. Just mixing this real nice. See, there's still some bubbles in there, but that's why I have the straw this time. To make sure I blow them all out. Now this is the part I'm a bit nervous about. last night when I did the pour, I did get a little bit of the color in, so like the bee I got in there, and I'm nervous how that's gonna affect things. Hopefully it won't affect things too much, but, and this is the A that I'm going to do now. So hopefully that won't affect things too much. I'm switching popsicle sticks now. I may need some more soon. So now I'm gonna do 10 grams of A. And we're at 12 right now. Okay. Last night when I did this, I did like 42 grams of both of them. I was like, this is way too much of each color I did. Ooh, yeah, see, it's coming out in globs. So I'm gonna take that out. Probably a huge waste, but I don't want this to mess up. Okay. So I don't have a lot left if I want to do another one. Hopefully this will be enough for the other color. Yeah. Okay, and then this is the part where it gets like really quick, like I have to go now. So I'm just gonna mix it real fast. Okay, it's looking okay. Okay, so this is the point where I gotta act fast. I'm gonna paint it along where I want the black on the legs. And I'm gonna use a wider brush this time. Last night I didn't, I used a really tiny one. So I'm gonna go quick with this, but make sure I'm getting like even coverage everywhere. Okay, flip it over, do the back. I'm also, so these are nickel, they're called like acorn nuts. I believe they're 3/8 of an inch size. And I got them, I got nickel because they're magnetic. So hopefully I can use that as a tie down instead of having to do like, I'll like pop up some images on the screen, but instead of having to do like the like nut and bolt system that you see a lot of times with armatures, which I find I don't really like because then you can't really do like have the leg lifted up in the air, because then you see the little nut or the screw or whatever it is. So I'm gonna set the armature onto the side, and I'm just gonna paint all of this in there as like almost like a first layer as evenly as I can. because this was a big problem I had on my first pour I did last night. There was a lot of air bubbles in the feet, so I feel like doing this first pour, or like painted it on, will get an even coat everywhere. I'm just making sure I get in all the crevices too, because it's going to be especially important on the front side, because it's a little like trap here for air bubbles, especially. So I'm going to make sure I take my time here. Even though I have a lot of time, I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to bend down and see where I'm at down here. Okay, so as far as the black, I'm just going to set it off to the side really quickly and try and pour the brown or the skin color as fast as I can so it doesn't mess up the cure time. So about B here, and I don't like how this always turns off. I feel like I need to get a scale that doesn't really turn off, and it looks like there's some silicone here. I don't want that to mess up anything with the measurements. So we're zeroed out. Okay, I'm gonna get another popsicle stick and pour 10. Okay. And one thing I did have an issue with personally last night was I had an issue with just measuring things out. And I feel like I need to get better at that. I am guilty of being measure once, cut however many times I need. Sometimes I don't even measure, so I'm trying to get better at that. But I'm gonna just add, I feel like I added too much paint or the skin color last night also, so I'm gonna do a little bit less. Oop, I guess we're doing more. That's okay. And then same thing, I'm going to then get the naphtha, I think that's how you say it, and just do a little sprinkle. Mix that real fast. I'm hoping I have enough of A still. I may just have enough. But yeah, it's like feeling pretty light. So, oh, we're gonna switch popsicle sticks because now I don't want to get this color in part A. So, I'm gonna pour it. Alright, so somewhere along the way, my phone did die, and it didn't record me pouring the mold. But I did get it all set up. It's set up again like I had it last night. And now I'm just gonna clean up, and I'll just record once I have it all removed. Alright, so the cure time for the Plastigel 10 is like an hour or so. It's been well over that. It's been about 3 hours. And last time I gave it way over that. I gave it maybe about like 10 hours or so to cure. But I'm too impatient this time and I just want to open it. So that may affect things this time. But we're just going to open it this time like early. I'm too impatient and I want to see how these results are. If they turn out horrible, I'm probably probably gonna have to see if I can fix it again, or see if I can fix it instead of having to buy. Oh, so what I'm doing now is the mold is basically stuck together with the silicone. I can't just pry it open with my hands. I have to go in with a hammer and a chisel to break it open, even though there's a seal all along the sides. So taking a hammer and a chisel and going along and then as you can see, it's like already starting to pry open with just 3 taps. So you don't really need a lot. But if there's any like really dramatic flaws, I may have to buy the Plastigel again and redo it, because I don't know if I'll be able to fix a lot of, like, as you can already see, there's like these like really big bubbles here. So I may have to see what I can do about that. Yeah, so the feet seem to be the reoccurring problem. And that could be because I didn't fill them with, like, I didn't really build them up with like foam or anything, because I was worried about the lack of movement if I did. As far as the rest of the body, there's one big air bubble here. There's one here. It's like all right here. There's just one giant one here. Yeah, I may have to just recast this whole thing, because I don't know if this is all fixable. These are all just really big bubbles. Like, you can see how big this is. Like, I can't, unless I have like a syringe, like I can't really just like fill this up and fix it. I don't have one, so I don't know. I was hoping this would be more of a success, so it looks like I may have to buy some more Plastigel, but I may, oh look, there's even more bubbles just all over the place. But yeah, that's the outcome that I got for this one. Really the only areas I'm happy with are like, I don't know, maybe this back side. I like right here, I like how that came out. That was a little bit, that was bad the first time around. I remember it being like really rough. I do like how the placement of the armature went this time around. Last time I put it way too deep and you can see it still was showing through, but not as bad. It was showing through like all here and there, and it was also showing through on the legs, which aren't as bad this time. So yeah, that's all.